Hello, everyone, and welcome to another one of our Repair Aces webinars for our members. Today we have Jim Norton. He's the owner of RAASM. RAASM is one of our preferred vendor members to Repair Aces. Jim has a very good product line that he's going to talk about again and explain to all of our members of the RAASM products and what services that he can provide our members. There's a couple of our members that are using his products and have been very pleased. And I think we just want to go through that one more time and introduce the RAASM products to you. And then Jim also has a very neat product that's available for all the members to use for his products and other products that you may have, tools and equipment you may have in your shop that help track and maintain and keep track of your equipment. So once Jim goes through an overview of the RAASM product line, he'll talk a little bit about his special tracking tool that he has developed for people to use. So, Jim, it's great to have you join us today. We appreciate it. Are you all moved into your new building? The last time I saw you was in your older building and you was in the process of moving.
Yes, we have. We've been established in Charlotte, North Carolina since 2008. And then last December, there are three of us that live actually in Asheville, North Carolina, which is about 2 hours away from Charlotte. And so we were commuting, and actually some of us had rented apartments down there. And so the ownership of RAASM, which is based in Italy, gave us the okay to open up a satellite office in Asheville. So that's where I'm based now. It's a lot closer to home and working out good. So thank you.
That's good. That's good. Well, Jim, I'll let you you can pull up and take over the screens with your PowerPoint presentation, and we'll go from there. So okay. Thank you again.
You bet. Thank you. Let me give you just a little bit of a history before we get into it too much. RAASM is, as I mentioned, an Italian-based manufacturer of lubrication equipment. So anything to move, measure, dispense, control lubricants, be it oil or grease or coolant or DEF, windshield wash, any of those types of products. We make the product that actually takes it out of the drum or the tank and gets it to the site, to the vehicle, basically, in your case. So RAASM began in 1975 in Italy. The founder of RAASM is still the managing director today and very much involved in the business on a day-to-day basis. In 2008, his goal was to get established in North America. So he came over and got an office and personnel and launched RAASM USA here in North America. And so we have a warehouse in Fort Mill, South Carolina, which is just over the border from Charlotte. And that's where all of our product gets shipped into from Italy, because it's manufactured in Italy. Comes over to our warehouse in Fort Mill, South Carolina. And from there, we turn around and ship it out throughout North America, the US and Canada. So we've been doing that since 2008. I first joined RAASM in 2010. It was very much an unknown entity at that time. And we've developed and grown over the last 16 years. And now we're very well established. There's still some pockets where people aren't aware of the RAASM name or heard of us, and that's fine. But we've grown. We're having the last 3 years have been record years, and this year's going to be another one. So, and we couldn't do that if the product wasn't solid. I've worked in this industry now for just about 30 years, and I've worked for 3 companies in this industry. And most of you have probably heard of the 2 of them, one being Graco and one being Samson. And I was actually a regional manager for Graco, worked for them for 14 years. I was president of Samson. I worked for them for about 5 years. And then I've worked for RAASM now, spent about 10 years or so. I left RAASM and then came back, so. But the product it stands on its own. And all we ask is, man, just give us a chance. Give the product a chance and it will perform. And then we back that up with what I honestly feel is the best in the industry service. When you call into RAASM, somebody will pick up the phone. You'll talk to a live person. Our follow through is impeccable, and we get these comments every day from distribution and from users, and so that's how we are different. We knew we have to be different because we're not the best known. So our product's there, no issues there. It's just a matter of getting the name and the brand out, and we've been doing that here for 16 years. So I'll give you a little bit of an overview. I'll share a PowerPoint presentation with you, a short one, that kind of gives you a little bit more about the products that we have and how we use them. So, okay, I think that should be sharing now. Do you see that on there, Jim?
Yes, we can.
All right. Basically, this is RAASM USA. Our website here is RAASMUSA.com. Our parent company's website is just RAASM.com. So just so you're aware, make that distinction. And RAASM, our parent company, the product, again, it was established in 1975, and it is sold all over the world. Honestly, we have a very good presence in every continent, and all over the world. It's very well known. So it's not just a little local company that stayed small. We're a good sized company. Let's see. Okay, so we'll talk a little bit about the fluid handling. What are some of the things that we do? What do we manufacture? One of the interesting things about RAASM is that we honestly do manufacture, I would say 98% of all of our equipment is made, designed, engineered, produced by us. That's very unique. Most all lubrication equipment manufacturers outsource either products or pieces or whatever, but this is our stuff, and that's the way the founder Giovanni Manon, that's his business, and so that's you can rest assured that we know this stuff. We know how it operates. We know the components in it, and it makes us a little bit different that way for sure than competition. We make a very wide range of hose reels, from small air water reels, 1/4 inch, 25 foot, up to 2-inch reels, and motorized. So we fill a big void or a big application, I guess, in our markets. So we go from small little applications all the way up to mining. We've got a very large mining presence as well. Our hose reels are designed for air and water, for oil, for grease, for coolant, for washer, windshield wash, DEF, whatever the product might be. We're also very unique in that we manufacture our hose reels in a stainless steel model as well. So if you're in a very humid or wet environment, pressure washing, for example, or on the coast, our hose reels are made also to be made in stainless steel versions. We do a lot of this in the oil industry, offshore oil stuff. They like our stainless steel reels. Oops. Pumps, again, a wide variety of pumps, from oil pumps, grease pumps, diaphragm pumps. All of these pumps serve a different function. They're all air operated. So we operate our equipment off of compressed air. And I think most any shop has a compressor that produces compressed air. So with that, we just feed into those lines and our pumps operate. And again, a wide range of products. Again, oil, grease, DEF, coolant, chemicals, whatever the case might be, fertilizer. There's just a wide range of application for our pumps. Also, dispense valves, we make them unmetered, without a meter on them. We make them metered. We make them with a rigid extension. We make them with a flexible extension. Very wide ranging, again, offering on our meters. Very good quality though. The meters are operated off of 2 AAA batteries that are replaceable, and very, very solid unit. One of the things that make us different, and I probably need to update the slide with this, but this cap right here, it's black on the slide. But with each meter that you buy, we send you 4 other colored caps, a green, a red, a yellow, and a blue. And you can swap those out. This cap, just with an Allen key or an Allen wrench, comes off, and you can put the other color on to help designate what the fluid is. You could use red for ATF, for example. But we include that with these meters. It's just part of it. And of course, when you're dealing with lubricants, oil, and coolant, you also have waste oil and waste coolant to deal with. So there again, we make a very full line of products to be used to handle waste oil, waste coolant. Very, very extensive line is on that as well. And then we also manufacture these kits. So if you need, for example, the one here on the right is a kit designed for 55-gallon drum of oil, let's say. The pump, the meter, the valve, and the hose reel, all on this dolly. It's a very heavy-duty dolly, and that's portable. So that's one of the kits we make. We make several. This one here, kind of the same setup, only this is a grease pump. We make kits to fit on top of totes. We don't supply the totes or the oil or the product, the grease, or the oils, but we supply all this up here that goes on the tote, and it's designed for that. And then we also do a specialty line of centralized lubrication systems. There's a lot of heavy duty equipment out there, backhoes, shovels, any of those types of equipment, more industrial type equipment, where the lubrication is very critical to those bearings and pins. And so we manufacture a line of centralized systems where this is designed where every, let's say, 20 minutes or whatever you decide, a little shot of grease goes out and hits that pin or that bearing. And so the machine doesn't have to shut down and somebody crawl up there and to lubricate a fitting. That's a specialty system that we manufacture as well. This is our facility in Italy. It's about an hour, just a little bit over an hour northwest of Venice. A beautiful facility. As you can see, again, Mr. Manone, the founder and owner, is very big on making sure that it's not just a product. It's the whole concept of the business. So this is considered what we call RAASM Park, and it's a beautiful, beautiful park. It's full of different types of birds. Unbelievable. He's what he's done with the facilities there, but and then of course the manufacturing facilities here. Quality control. This is a big one for us. We pride ourselves, and Mr. Manone is a stickler about quality control, to the point that if we do bring in a piece of a component of one of our pumps or piece of equipment, that's all done in about a 50-mile radius of our plant. He won't bring in something offshore because it's cheaper. He will not do it. He won't. And in fact, there was a time several years ago now that the supplier that provided us with our hose for our hose reels, even though they marketed them themselves as an Italian company, and they are based in Italy, they did bring in material from the Far East, and that was against the contract we had with them. Well, lo and behold, not only us, but other companies that bought that same hose, developed an issue with that hose. It would weep over time. And, come to find out that, yeah, they were bringing that hose in from offshore, and that ended that relationship with RAASM right away, I can tell you. Our manufacturing facility is state of the art, robotic, very clean, extremely clean. And just a very beautiful, beautiful facility as far as manufacturing. We're full staff of R&D, of technical support, of sales, and again, we're selling our product all over the world. So you'll walk in our facilities there, and you'll hear all sorts of different languages being spoken, and support being offered. So wide range. Our warranty, we have a general 5-year warranty on our equipment. The first 3 years, if something fails, we replace it. Years 4 and 5, if something fails because of manufacturing defect, we send you the repair part at no charge. So it's a very strong warranty. Our electronics, we do a 2-year on electronics. So the meter on a digital dispense valve is 2 years. And then we have the standard 1 year on wear parts. Obviously, these pumps and this equipment is operating, it's mechanical. And there are wear parts that will wear out, similar to a brake on a vehicle. They're designed to wear over time by doing their job. So, but if one of those wear parts wears out in under a year, then we replace that. There are a few items that we do outsource. Our air controls, our filter regulators, and also our preset meter being two of probably the most common. And we do a 1-year warranty on those. But it's a very easy online process. And again, there's our website. Pricing, obviously, we have to be very aggressive on our pricing because people don't know who RAASM is. So we've structured our pricing back in 2010 when I first started with them very aggressively. And you'll find us somewhere 15 to 40% less than our major competitors. It's just the way it is. But the quality of the product does not suffer. It's there. Our 2 offices again in Charlotte and Asheville, and then our warehouse is in Fort Mill. Our inventory, this is another key piece of our business, is we knew we had to be different and however we could. So we have a very large inventory in our warehouse that we turn that real quick. So if an order comes in before noon, it's a very good chance it's going to ship that day. If it doesn't ship that day, it'll ship the next day. So it's our turnaround time is undoubtedly, we hear it all the time, that we're the best in the industry. So if you need something, you know what, we probably have it in stock and we can turn it around quickly. Final page here. This is just a listing of our employees, our direct employees here. I'm the CEO of RAASM USA. Lisa is here in Charlotte or in Asheville as well, is our office manager in accounting. Eric's our technical services man. He's got a lot of years in the industry. He's also based here in Asheville. Andrea is our industrial business development director. So if there's anything having to do with like that automatic lube or heavy industrial type of equipment, Andrea is our guy. He's been with the company 14 years now. Ashley is probably the gal that's going to answer the phone when you call in. Great gal, and she does a lot for us. That she's great. And then Nathan is he's our outside business development manager. He lives in Houston area, and a lot of knowledge, good hard-working guy, and that's our team. Now, in addition to that, we have independent salespeople, manufacturers, reps that cover North America for us. So that's our team. Let me stop sharing that. Jim, anything you want to comment right here while I get this other?
Yeah, just some things. I mean, we picked up the RAASM product. I met Jim at one of the trade shows I attended, and that's how we got connected. And this past winter, one of our large members in North Carolina started building some on-site trucks, some mobile maintenance trucks. And Jim helped them out with equipping the truck with pumps and tanks so that they can get the most amount of lube or oil on the road without getting in trouble with the EPA and having be able to haul the waste back. We had a meeting at Jim's place, and this is a quick little story here. When they came in, they told us how they had their pump set up, and they had all these valves and all this different things they had to do to take their fresh oil to and then change it to make it go to the waste oil. It was a quite a elaborate setup. And Jim's team looked at them, and they went and picked up a valve, and they said, "This one valve here will do everything you got put together there." And those guys just went nuts and thought it was great, and they equipped all their trucks. I talked to them several times. They're very happy with the product. Like Jim says, you're saving, anywhere from 10 to 40% over, the other brands that he mentioned. The warranty is good. It's second to none out there. It's very good, and I can tell you, he's very happy and is very good, very well set up. And I have a member. It's in California that's placing an order for the same type of lube skid and putting everything into his truck. And when he priced out what he could get versus what we were able to get through Jim to him, I mean, he's very pleased and very happy, and he's in the process of equipping his trucks that way. So, very good product. Um, what's really nice is Jim and his team will take whatever puzzle or opportunity you put in front of them, whether that's a mobile maintenance or building a new shop. He has a team there that can help make sure that your lube and air equipment is put into your shop or put into your truck is the most efficient and effective way out there, which is a really great service that he provides. But the product, the service, the people that I've been worked with so far, I've been very pleased with, and I hope others will, again, look at the RAASM product line and really take note. It's very good, very, very good quality. And Jim has connections. If you need a tank specially made, special diameter, height, width, capacity, through his dealer network, Jim was also able to help out our members to get the right tank made for their waste oil and their oil. But very good product line, Jim.
Yep, thank you. Thanks for that. Yeah, we do have a good connection with installers, service people, distributors all over the country. So that'll do, installations and service work and all that. So that's part of the package that we can bring to bear too. Okay, a few minutes I have left. I'm going to be a little bit quick about this, but I think everyone that will watch this will see the value in this. For a number of years, I've had this. I've been asked again. I've been in this about 30 years now, and there's some questions that I constantly would get asked over and over again. Not on a regular, not on a daily basis or monthly basis, but on a pretty regular basis, I get a question is, hey, can you help us track our inventory? Can you help us track our equipment? Do you have anything that will help us do that? And that's always stuck in my head. And several years ago, probably 7 years ago now, Eric Dotson, who's our technical service manager, and I kind of came up with some ideas on maybe some things that we could do. But we were a little ahead of our time. And now as technology has caught up a little bit more, we've searched and we've looked and we've gone out and we put together this product ourselves. So this is something that we've developed, and we feel like if you need to keep track of your equipment, whatever equipment that might be, HVAC units, compressors, brake machines, whatever it is, floor scrubbers, hand dollies, pallet jacks, we feel like we've created the tool, very affordable, that will help you, not only help you, but will keep that at your fingertips. So what I'll do now, I'll share a screen with you, and we call this product RAASTag. That's popped up there, hasn't it, Jim, on the screen?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So RAASTag in short is a asset tracking mechanism. And asset tracking has been around for decades. I remember growing up, going to elementary school, and on the file cabinet over in the corner, there was this little label, a metal looking label that had a number on it. And I didn't know what it meant, but that was an asset tracker. That number associated that number to that file cabinet. And so the school district, I guess, could keep track of where their assets were. And it's been around for a long time, but it really hasn't evolved with advances in technology. So what we've done is we've created what we call the RAASTag. And it's a 1 inch in diameter. We can make it larger if it makes sense. We settled on the 1 inch, which is about the size of a quarter. So it'll go on small pieces of equipment or big pieces of equipment. And it will adhere to anything that's clean and dry and basically flat. We've done a lot of testing with this because we knew that it was going to be in some ugly environments. And I'll tell you, 2 of the first ones, I put one on my windshield in my car probably 4 months ago. It's still there. I put one on the wheel of my car 4 months ago. Through the rain, car washes, the dirt, the brake dust, everything else, that one it's still there. It's still on my wheel and still can be scanned. So we feel like we found a good solution as far as being able to adhere and also to last. So so the neat thing about this is it's just a little, I'll show you a picture of one. This is a sample of one right here. It's just it's a round tag. We make these for you. We'll have your own logo on it and your own information on it. So the RAASTag is customizable, but that's the tag itself. And inside that tag is a QR code. Okay. Once that QR code gets scanned, basically it takes you to a form, a very simple form, and you enter the data, whatever the data is that you want. That's completely customizable. So if you want to know the model number, the location, who submitted it, any type of information, including pictures. So you can take photos of that asset and it will capture it. Okay. And then once that form is filled out with whatever the information is that you want, and then you hit submit, and then it goes to what we call the RAASTag table. So the table then is a compilation of all of your RAASTags, all of the asset tags, and all of that information. So it's more or less, it looks like it's like on a spreadsheet. I'll show you an example of that in a minute. But here's a RAASTag, a sample RAASTag. Here's a form that we've developed for ourselves for our own RAASTag. But this form again is completely customizable. It will have your logo on it and whatever information you want. The beautiful thing about this is, let's say you start installing the RAASTags and the forms, and then 3 weeks later you say, you know what, I want it to show this on the form, or I want to be able to capture this information. We can make that change on the fly. You don't have to go back and do anything to the RAASTag itself. The form will instantly be updated with that new information for you. So very, very flexible. Here's a little bit more information on it. Let me see if I can pull up the example of the table for you real quick. And, this is a real life. I don't think I have it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I had it at one time, but I must have closed it out. But anyway, it's if you can just imagine a spreadsheet, like an Excel spreadsheet, and it has all of the data that you've entered on it. and pictures as well. So the other beautiful thing about this is if you're out there and you're entering it with a cell phone, you don't have to type it in on your cell phone. You can activate the mic on the cell phone, and where it says model number, you activate the mic and speak into your phone what the model number is, and they'll transcribe it onto the form. So you don't have to sit there and hunt the heck on your cell phone. Very, very simple that way. But there's a myriad of uses for this. Very simple, and the cost, I'll briefly just real quickly go over that with you. It's a one-time fee of $250. The $250, you get your own RAS tag design. You get your own form designed and modified whenever you need it, whenever you want it changed. You get complete access to your RAS tag table, and you get 50 RAS tags to start out. After that, the RAS tags, they're $1 a piece. That's not a whole lot to be able to keep track of all of the assets you have wherever they go. If they get relocated from one location to another, you scan the RAS tag, there's a pops up there, hey, is this relocated? You put in the new relocation address and your table's updated automatically. Or if there was service performed on this compressor, let's say, you go in, you scan the RAS tag, okay, this is service performed. What type of service, what was done, the oil was changed, the filters were changed, the date, and boom, it's updated on your table. So it's a great asset manager and tracker, but it does more than that, and very affordable. So if that's of interest to anybody, please reach out to us. We have an email address at rastag@raasmusa.com, or get in touch with me and we'll answer your questions.
All right. Well, Jim, that sounds very exciting. I think a lot of people would want to take advantage of that program. I mean, be able to track all your equipment, understand where they're at, be able to, enter in, when I bought a new pump, how long's the warranty for? So you can have that date out there. So if something does go out, that you can track and say, all right, it's still under warranty.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ways to save and find the money. And it's also, if for your employee, for a new employee, if you told them to go out and find the pumps or find the different tools or where's the different equipment located at, they can look at the tags and find out where it's where it's looked at, if they would go out and hunt and search for them and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I can share with you a lot of different examples that we have. I'll give you a couple. We have an OEM, a gentleman in Texas that builds trailers. On those trailers, he does diesel and he does lube. And what he's using the RAS tag for, he's put one RAS tag on that trailer. And that's his warranty. When it goes out to a user, they scan that, and that's their validation of their warranty. That's what kicks in the registration for the warranty. So that's one example. But it can help you do preventive maintenance service. If you have a service on a compressor or whatever, let's say in 6 months, you can put that in the information, and it'll be there for you, so you can easily find it. Service, if somebody has to go out and service a piece of equipment, and they don't know what kind of pump it is, exactly what model, whatever. If they had that on a RAS tag with a picture of it, they'd know exactly before they even left the shop what that was that they were going to go out and service. So,
yeah,
a lot of features.
Yeah. So again, a lot of great information here for the group. Jim's products, again, are second to none. I mean, a very good product, very good pricing, excellent service. Now he has the RAS tag products available for you to use at your locations. So Jim, you're helping us and helping the members to be more efficient and to get some good equipment out there. For people that want to learn more about this or get connected with Jim, please give me a call, give me an email, or contact Jim directly and let him know that you're with Repair Aces, and we'll make sure things get taken care of correctly. It's very key that for your discounts, if you do go directly to Jim, to let him know your Repair Aces, because he can then make sure your discounts are applied properly throughout the network. For instance, we're dealing with Jim's in the Carolinas, and we got a member that's in California. So we got it set up that that gentleman can buy wherever whether it's in California or buy from Jim in North Carolina. We got it set up so he can get it at the proper pricing and things can go through properly for him. So, a great vendor, great member to our team, and appreciate everything you do, Jim, and you and your team.
Thank you, guys. I love the newsletter. Very, very informative, very well done. So,
All right, thank you. Well, we try to keep everybody informed of what's going on. So we'll make sure, Jim, if you want to send some those documents over on RAASTEX,
Yeah.
we'll put that in the next newsletter coming out here. I'm working on it right now as we speak.
I'll send it over today.
All right. Well, thanks, and look forward to seeing you soon sometime. And
Thank you,
for
guys.
everybody watching the video, please, any questions, any comments, you want to learn more, please reach out to Jim or myself, and we're here to help and support you. Thanks again for joining us today.